Hello and welcome to another update on the Wilsonville real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, June 4th. Let me share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. This last week, starting off looking at active listings, this last week we had 22 homes come on the market in Wilsonville, which you can kind of see is definitely a high for the past 8 weeks here. So a little surge of activity in terms of new properties come on the market. End of the week with 66 homes on the market. So you can kind of see we've had a steady progression over this past 8 weeks of homes active on the market. Week by week, we had a low of 45 to begin with 8 weeks back, and you kind of see it's just steadily been rising this past 8 weeks, which is great to see. The median list price and days on market for those active listings, you can kind of see we had a low of 675 8 weeks back and got up to a high of 724 2 weeks ago. Dropped back just a little bit this most recent week at 713,000. And then the days on market been pretty steady, particularly over this past month here. I had a high of 38 weeks back, and this last week came in at a low of 23 days of market time for these most recent 66 homes on the market in Wilsonville. And then moving along to pendings, this last week I showed we had 14 homes go into pending status, and that's a slight high for the past 8 weeks here, as you can kind of see. And we had a end of the week with 78 homes in pending status, which again, you can kind of see the rise in the number of pendings kind of mirrors what's happening with the active listing count, with a low of 54 to begin with, and just kind of a steady rise from there. And then the median price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see we had a high of 715,000 7 8 weeks back, got down to a low of 682 about a month ago, and this last week came in at just under 700,000 at 699. And the days on market been very steady for the most part. We had a low of 7, a high of 10. This last week came in at 9 days of average market time for these most recent 78 homes in pending status. And then to finish it here, we'll look at sold listing activity. So this last week, I showed we only had 4 homes cross over from pending to sold in Wilsonville. So it's kind of a slow week in terms of closings. When I look over the prior 4 weeks of activity, kind of on a week by week basis here, this most recent reading was 27 homes have closed over the prior 4 weeks. And that's down from the high we had 3 weeks back at 35. And so we kind of had a little bit of a drop off, but with that amount of pendings that I see above, I definitely think we'll see this number kind of head back up as we move throughout June and early July. Median sold price and days on market for the solds, you can kind of see we had a low of 574 to begin with, and got up to 710 3 weeks back. And this last week dipped a bit right at 700,000 for the median price of the sold most recent 27 sales. And then the days on market, after having a high of 15 days kind of to begin the period here 8 weeks back, got down to 6 days and rebounded back up to about 9 to 10 days over the past month or so here. So this last reading again is at 9. So, just about a week and a half again of average market time for these homes that have sold in Wilsonville most recently. And then to finish it out here, we'll look at weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So that red bars is that weeks of inventory, and it's been holding pretty steady, as you can kind of see it. For the most, it's been in the 7s for a lot of the period here, 7 weeks worth of inventory. This last week did bump up again a bit to about 10 weeks of inventory, which it's kind of the result of higher active listings this past week, and then the sales closings were down a bit. So just about 10 weeks of inventory right now based on this last week. And the sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can see that's been a bit up and down in Wilsonville over the past couple months. Had a high of about just under at full asking price 7 weeks back, got down to about 94% as a low, and then this last week kind of have rebounded back up to about just under 99%. So home selling just right at full asking price most recently is the most recent reading there. So Still very much a seller's market environment, kind of a broken record, but just with limited amount of inventory over the past few months, and sales being surprisingly strong given kind of the interest rate environment we're currently in. Rates this last week are still in the low sevens right now, 7.25. So it's still very competitive out there. And we'll see how we kind of move throughout the summer months here. But with the amount of pendings that we saw up above, and homes continuing to come on the market, I'm still anticipating it's going to be a very strong market. So that's the update. So I hope it was helpful for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number and email address are down below the video in the description. So please reach out and let me know how I can help. And as always, if this information has been helpful to you, always appreciate any likes, comments, and shares that you might have. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, always encourage people to do that. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So I hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we will see you on the next update.